YouTube, what's happening? It's your guy, not your average trucker. Back at y'all with another question, man. You know, I done post numerous videos about some of the things that, you know, drivers do that, you know, baffle my mind sometimes, you know. I done said a bunch of times, you know, I consider myself, you know, I'm an intelligent dude, in my opinion. You know, I got some book smarts. Obviously got street smarts. I've obviously always been a hustler. But I come across people on a day-to-day in this business and pretty much all aspects of life where it's like, you know, I never waste my time. That's the difference between me and my wife. My wife always tries to figure out what other people are thinking and blah, blah, blah. I don't do stuff like that. Me, I never try to assume I know what another human is thinking. I never try to figure out why another human did something. You know, I don't waste energy, I don't waste time. But I say all that to say, I got a 2016 Freightliner Cascadia day cab, right? So I hired this dude to drive it. It's an automatic, so it's easy peasy. All you gotta do is hold the steering wheel. So I put him in the truck. He started with me on like September 1st or something like that, right? Anyway, fast forward to like September I think it was like the 14th, something like that. You know, it's raining real bad in Charlotte. And you know, he's driving, doing his shift. And you know, right around the end of his shift, he sends me a picture, right? So I'm looking at this picture. Mind you, it's raining outside. So he sends me this picture, and what I see is water on my dashboard in that Freightliner Cascadia, right? And his text is, yo, you know, the windshield, you know, water's leaking from the windshield, right? So I was like, yo, you know, I tracked the truck. I see that he's about 5 miles from a shop that I deal with. I'm like, yo, pull in that shop, you know. What the fuck, man? So I'm like, yeah, man, pull in that shop. Let them see what's going on. Maybe, you know, maybe that windshield needs some caulk or something or whatever, right? So he pulls into the shop. The shop is busy. And they say, yo, it'll be a couple hours before they could come over and look at them. But they was like, yo, since it's water coming in, you know, park under this little awning right here so you know you don't get wet. Driver calls me, mind you, it's the end of his shift. So he's like, yo, man, they said it'll be a few hours before they can look at it, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, when I was dropping the trailer so that I could come onto this awning, the transmission light came on, right? It's like transmission light. And I was like, hold on, yo. When that water was coming in, you know, did you get the water up? Like, were you know, wiping it or preventing it from sitting? Yeah, right? So back to the question. The question I have for you all, right, is if you were driving a vehicle, I don't care if it's a semi-truck, I don't care if it's a minivan, I don't care if it's a go-kart. You driving a vehicle and you notice that you start having water intrusion and it's raining. What are you going to do? Better yet, if you're sitting in your house on the couch and it's raining outside and you see water dripping from the ceiling, what are you going to do? I know what I would do. My first thought, my first instinct, if I see water intruding in anything that I'm in, whether it's a house or a vehicle, I'm going to pull over, see if I can stop the leak. A. B, I'm going to grab towels, paper towels or something and put it down to prevent any damage. Because I don't know if you all know this. Like I say, I don't assume that I know what other humans are thinking, but under your dash, there's a lot of wiring. There's a lot of computer parts. And that being an automatic truck, it's even more so, right? So, needless to say, this dude since his shift was back up, about up, he ended up driving the truck to the yard. I come out to the truck. You know, mind you, he done dropped the truck at the yard and he's gone, right? So I come to the truck. I'm on my way somewhere else. I'm coming to grab another truck so I can go pick up my bottled water, right? So I look in his truck real quick, and the whole entire dash is full of water. I mean, it had to be at least 3 to 4 inches deep, right? Which lets me know that this dude didn't do nothing. Like, he was just literally driving, because it was raining all day. So that means when he got in that truck 6 in the morning or whatever and started driving, water started coming in there at that point, right? So I get it. When you own stuff and you have employees, it don't matter how much you pay somebody, it does it. Like, I done been there. Like, I pay dudes well. Like, people never ever ever appreciate your stuff like you do. You can let your homeboy. I remember one time I had a Cadillac, man. This is before I moved to Charlotte. I had like a 2003 Cadillac DTS, rims on it and all that. And I let one of my homeboys borrow it because his car, something happened to his car. He needed a car and I had extra car. I let him hold my car. He called me in the middle of the night one night. My car broke down, right? So I get to my car, realize, anyway, long story short, dude blew the motor out in my Cadillac, right? So that taught me a lesson instantly that, yo, people just don't appreciate your stuff the way you do. You know, before your car runs out of oil, a lighter come on or something, right? So needless to say, I've known for a very long time, especially having employees, that people, it don't matter how well you treat them, people never care about your stuff as much as you care about your stuff. Because it's a little trash, it's a day cab, it's a little trash can in there. Because he's telling me, yeah, man, I got it, you know, I tried to get up what I could with some napkins or whatever he said, right? I look in this trash can, there's nothing in there but soda bottles and packs of Newports. So unless he was getting it up with the paper towel and throwing it out the window, who knows? But I just know that if I'm driving something, I see water, I'm gonna pull over, try to stop it. One, if I ain't got no way of stopping it, you got a fuel card that you can literally buy anything. You got Cash App. He could call me. He could have called me and said, yo, I'm having this problem. I need to solve this problem. And he's in a day cab, so he could have pulled in, like, where he went to from Charlotte to freaking, you know, the shift that he did during the day, he probably passed a bunch of Walmarts. He passed at least 6 truck stops. So he could have pulled over, got paper towels. He could have got cloth towels. He could have got, I mean, it's a whole bunch of things he could have did to prevent what ended up happening. But like I said, I get to the truck, it really, really deep puddle of water on my dashboard, right? I try to turn the truck on. Truck act like it don't want to turn on. And I'm like, oh shit. Finally get the truck to start. Nothing's working in the dash. None of the gauges are moving. None of the lights is working. And the message flashed on the screen. It said no engine, no transmission. Transmission light is blinking. I'm like, oh fuck. So again, he has no paper towels in there, no towel, no shirt, no nothing. Looks like he did not attempt to stop or, you know, mitigate the problem with the leak. So we're around the corner from a Walmart. I jump in my car. Mind you, I got a load I'm supposed to be going to pick up. So I ain't even worried about that now. Yo, I'm behind this school bus. This bus is doing like 10 miles an hour, man. Like, I've been behind this bus. Gee whiz, man. But anyway, I run to Walmart. I buy 8 bathroom towels, 3 rolls of paper towels. I bought some of this, it's funny because I still got it in my car. This crap, a bunch of Flex Shot, a bunch of caulk. Like, I'm buying a bunch of mess because I'm like, yo, I got to see where this water coming from, see if I could, you know, do some patchwork really quick, right? So get up all the water that I can. This whole time I got the truck running. Transmission is flashing. Transmission light flashing. And it's still saying no engine. But by this time, you know, I've been out there like 2 hours. By this time, the dash start working again. So at least the gauges are working. However, the transmission is still flashing. Check transmission, right? So, like I said, it's an automatic. I try putting it in gear just to see what it'll do. And it just stayed in second gear, flashing the F. It'll also do reverse, right? So, I'm pissed off. So I'm like, all right, well, I put some water absorber in there, this little jar mess that's supposed to absorb moisture in the air or whatever. And I put a bunch of towels down. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to run, pick up this load. I'm going to come back. And we're going to see if, you know, what the situation is, right? I come back. Same problem, yo. Turn the truck on. Still flashing, check transmission. I realized I done took an L. And I'm like, yo, you know, under my dash is obviously flooded. And rather than just getting one of my normal mechanics to look at it, I'm like, yo, I'm going to have to send this to the dealer because it might be, you know, a tricky situation, right? So, mind you, this is like September the 14th. Somewhere around there. It was the second week of September. Tow it to the shop, to the Volvo, Lord. I tow it to the Freightliner shop in Charlotte. That's an Excel Truck Center in Charlotte. That's the Freightliner dealer. I absolutely hate dealing with them because they the only freaking Freightliner dealer in the city. And you know, Freightliners are the cheapest trucks you can buy for the most part. So there's more Freightliners on the road than anything, which means that a Freightliner dealer's shop is the busiest shop. You understand? So, I mean, you call that place, you can't get nobody to answer the phone. You on hold forever. Anyway, I get it towed there. It's like the second week of freaking September. It gets towed there on a Friday. I called them Monday because they got this little thing where they supposed to, within a couple hours, come out, check out your truck. And if it's something simple, go ahead and fix it. Otherwise, put it in line to get diagnosed by somebody else. So I'm telling them the problem. Look, man, it was raining. The inside of the freaking truck got flooded. And now it's doing this, and this, right? I'm telling them, look, man, it's obviously an electrical issue. Some water got in, and we need to get that checked out. Monday, they didn't get a chance to look at the truck. Tuesday, no chance to look at the truck. Wednesday, no chance to look at the truck. Thursday, all right, we're going to send somebody out there to do an express diagnosis. He go out there. Apparently, he just turns the key, sees it flashing the transmission light, does nothing else. Mind you, they ignored everything I told them the issue was. So, he freaking does that. And they put it in line to see a transmission tech. So I'm calling them Friday like, yo, what's good? You know, truck been there for a week and y'all haven't told me anything. He's like, oh, well, the express guy came out, transmission lights flashing, so they want a transmission tech to see it. But the transmission tech is pretty much booked up. So whenever he gets a chance, he'll look at it. I'm like, listen, man, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the transmission. The problem is all electrical because it got wet. They not hearing me. No, we're gonna let the transmission guy look at it, and we need you to pre-approve 5 hours of diagnostic time. I'm like, why the hell would I need to pre-approve diagnostic time for a transmission tech when I know absolutely nothing wrong with my transmission? It's electrical. Needless to say, I approve it just to keep the ball moving. This is Friday. Truck already been there a week. Fast forward to Tuesday. I freaking called back. Mind you, the truck's already been there a week and a half. Yo, what's good? Oh, well, we ain't had to get a chance to get the transmission tech to look at it yet, man. He's swamped, blah, 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 blah. This is, again, the Freightliner dealer in Charlotte. It's not some mom and pop shop. This is a major Excel Truck Center. They got multiple locations across North Carolina and Virginia, right? So I'm getting pissed because I'm like, listen, y'all are not listening to me. The problem is not the transmission. The problem is there was water intrusion, which affected, the modules or whatever, the bus, whatever, under the dash. That's the problem. It's electrical. All right, well, we're going to get an electrical tech to do it. We'll put it in line. Friday comes. This is the second full week that the truck's been there. 14 dang on days, right? I call back. Mind you, I'm calling these people like every day. It's gotten to where they know my voice. They know what I'm calling about. I'm sure I'm getting on their nerves. They're obviously getting on my nerves. I just got a truck that I need in motion, because if the truck's sitting, it ain't making no money. You understand? So they finally get an electrical tech to look at it, and he's like, oh yeah, it's water damage. We're gonna need to replace the cab bus or whatever it's called, right? The computer where all the fuses and wires and all that hook up to, right? Cool. I call back Wednesday. This is approaching the third full week it's been there. What's good, man? He said he knew what the problem was, and they was gonna put that on. What's good? Oh, that part is on national back order. I'm like, national back order. And at what point did you all know this? Oh, we knew this last week. Why didn't y'all deliver that message to me? I'm like, can I at least get a part number? Because maybe, you all using your network, but maybe I can use my Googles, and maybe I can find, that part elsewhere, and we can get the ball moving, because the truck has been there. We're approaching 21 days. Yeah. We're going to get with parts, and we'll give you a call back. I call back the next day. Oh, yeah. The part guy that we're working with, we're going to get him you need to talk to him. Guy's name is Brad. Fast forward Friday. I've been calling Brad every day for 6 damn days. Can't get Brad to return my call. Can't get Brad to return an email. And question remains. If you see water leaking in your truck, what do you do? Because this is the root of all of this. The root of all of this is you driving your truck, your car, your freaking motor scooter, water's leaking. Don't let water settle, y'all. Obviously, you ain't gonna let water settle in your house, because it'll ruin your floor, it'll ruin your roof. I mean, I don't know anything positive about water. You don't let water settle anywhere except a sink, a bathtub, a swimming pool, or inside of a cup. It's pretty much the only places you want water to settle. So we're gonna fast forward to today. Today is October the 15th. Truck has been in the shop a full month, and I'm just now getting a call that they installed the part. Mind you, we still haven't gotten to the root cause of why it was leaking in the first place. They tell me that it's a common thing. Mind you, I got 3 of the identical same truck. They tell me that it's a common thing. They tell me that it's a common thing that Cascadias leak up by the lights, the clearance lights, or the horn. This is a known issue. But they didn't fix that. I still got to fix that. It's been there for a month. I still got to take it to a body shop, or either try to do some caulking myself. But this shit got not your average truck. I just pulled in my garage and my daughter's running around. Y'all be easy.